for Coach of the Year?
You know, I would say any award, Coach of the Year is truly, I think, more of a team award than anything. So, yeah, I'm very honored to represent. I truly think our support staff, the players, and the coaches that I've worked with, because without them, you know, I'm not standing here with that nomination. So, the players did a tremendous job this year. The coaches did a tremendous job. I tried to keep them on the right bus and get them there. And certainly a name we haven't mentioned in a while that should be is Coach Harris, who was part of our emotional journey too, you know, and we always want to think and remember about him after what we went through last year. So, and to be going against Wally Bono and Kavis Reed, those are very deserving men, and you know, I'm just kind of flattered by the award.
Have you talked to Kavis or Wally, or who was the first to call you?
I haven't talked to either of them. I've been working. So, and I talked to Kavis last week. I think we just talked last week, not about this, but just we had a conversation.
You don't care who wins as long as it's not him? Is that how it goes between you guys? A little friendly rivalry?
No rivalries whatsoever. I'll be, you know, we'll be, I don't care who wins, you know.
What about your growth as a head coach? What would you say after a couple of years in the role and the success you've seen here with the program? What would you say is the biggest area of recognition or development in your game?
I mean, I think the first thing before we talk about the growth and everything is it's a yearly thing. So we have to understand that you have to start fresh. You know, you have to get better each year. If you don't get better, you know, somebody will. So I think that's the first thing that I've always concentrated on. I think what I've grown in, I think I've probably been a little bit more patient. I'm trying to communicate more with the players as much as possible to get to make sure we're all on the same page. And certainly is you just I think get better at reps of everything you've done. I think I'm better at managing the roster. I'm better at making decisions on the field, and it just like I think when Wally Bono started how many years ago, I'm sure he had a learning curve. Everyone has a learning curve, but I think we've managed it well, and we're trying to do things the right way.
What about this part of the job? You know, being standing here and accepting, you know, the nomination and you know, an individual nomination. Really, I mean, it's your name on it. Are you comfortable with this now, 2 years, you know, after being named the head coach and standing in front of these cameras and being kind of the face of the franchise this way?
I think it's something I always felt I could do, but like I said before, I'm happy to represent the club again on this because it's not about one person. The Bombers are about a number of people, and so that I feel good in the fact that we have good people here who've done a good job, and that I get to represent them in this award. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, obviously, his nomination is a reward for going from a 4-14 team to a Grey Cup appearance. Just your thoughts on that?
You know, I think it's for the first time in what, over 10 years. I think that's a big part of it because Montreal's been a team that's really locked down the East for a number of years. For us to break that logjam was a big thing, and doing it with a relatively young team is another thing, I think, and also facing the adversity we faced through the year and be able to win the East Final because there's a lot of pressure on that East Final, right? We faced a team that really didn't expect to. They weren't supposed to win. We had all the pressure. We had a sellout crowd, and we responded well. Played a great game there to get to the Grey Cup. So, you know, there are a lot of things that happened great this year. Obviously, I know people have also talked about where we were last year. I get mad at myself, so we should have been better last year, so it shouldn't have mattered. But, you know, certainly the merits of this year are very good, too.